They're all behind the gate. They're off and pacing, and it's history in the making here at Plainridge Racecourse. Center of the racetrack, there goes Speedy. Speedy out for the lead. Down on the inside, Plainridge racing second. Off stride goes TK's Ranchero. TK's Ranchero is on a break as they move around the first turn. Golden Sunrise gets away third. Parked out fourth. Command Team down on the inside in fifth. Goofball Duval trailing the field back on the pace. TK's Ranchero approaching the first quarter mile marker. Speedy has the lead, takes him by the opening quarter in 29-2. Coming by the stands for the first time, it's Speedy showing the way by a length and a half. It's Plainridge right there racing second. Golden Sunrise moving up towards the inside third. Gap of a length and a half. Command Team is there fourth, followed by Goofball Duval trailing the field. TK's Ranchero. As they move around the clubhouse turn, Speedy continues to lead, rolling along on the front end by an open length. It's Plainridge tucked in behind the leader, racing second. Golden Sunrise saving ground towards the inside third. Halftime goes in 59-4. Off the turn and down the backstretch. Speedy has the lead by 2. Plainridge second. There goes Golden Sunrise up on the outside, racing third. Command Team fourth. Once again off stride, TK's Ranchero heading toward the three-quarter mile marker. Speedy 3/4 of a length, but here comes Plainridge moving up on the outside, a challenge for the lead. Plainridge on the outside, Speedy on the inside, heads apart for the lead. 3/4 in, 129-4. They round the final turn. Plainridge on the outside getting the lead. Speedy battles back along the inside. Golden Sunrise closing ground the outside third. Here comes Golden Sunrise. They're at the top of the stretch. They've got an eighth of a mile to go, and it's Plainridge from between horses with the lead. Speedy down on the inside. Golden Sunrise moving up on the far outside. Command Team up on the outside. Golden Sunrise. Plainridge down on the inside. Plainridge and Golden Sunrise at the wire. They are heads apart.
Dan, race number 1, a good one here, but number 2, Golden Sunrise, picks up the cash. Rule Goodblood Jr. in the bike, and picking up $7, $2.10 and $2.10, so some strange prices. Up for second, fittingly, the one Plainridge out at Plainridge, and Stephen O'Toole with third, number 6, Command Team, and Elizabeth Jansen, $2.10, so minimums all around in race number 1. Superfecta 2-1-6-4, 270-80, and we'll take a look at the photo for the win. It was close, but the 2, a good solid long nose ahead of the 1 Plainridge out at Plainridge. Take a look now.
They're in behind the gate. They're off and trotting from the inside. RC Center Gun goes quickly out for the lead. RC Center Gun takes command, opens up a 2-length lead. Sunflower Leashire drops in second, gap of 2 lengths. Princess Martha J and way back after an early break. That's Ultimate Lady Lee. Around the first turn, out on top of the field by 5 open lengths, RC Center Gun. RC Center Gun has opened up a 5-length lead. Sunflower Leashire moving up towards the inside second as they trot by the opening quarter in a quick 29-4. Coming by the stands for the first time, it's RC Center Gun showing the way. Along the inside, Sunflower Leashire has now closed the gap within 2 lengths of the leader. Princess Martha J trotting third, way back trailing the field. It's Ultimate Lady Lee. Around the clubhouse turn, RC Center Gun continues to lead by a length and a half. Sunflower Leashire now right there racing second. Gap of some 3 lengths. Princess Martha J trotting third. They're halfway home in 102 flat. Off the turn and down the backstretch, RC Center Gun in command by a length and a half. Sunflower Leashire giving chase second. Princess Martha J and Ultimate Lady Lee with a long way to go. Racing over the 5/8 mile marker, now heading toward the 3/4 pole. RC Center Gun has been there every step of the way. She leads it by a length and a half. Sunflower Leashire biding her time. Racing second, Princess Martha J third. 3/4 in 133 flat. They round the final turn. RC Center Gun. Now here comes Sunflower Leashire. Moving up on the outside, a challenge for the lead, and now the battle is on. Approaching the top of the stretch. RC Center Gun down on the inside, still with the lead. Here comes Sunflower Leashire right there on the outside there, stride for stride. Down the stretch they come. RC Center Gun and Sunflower Leashire on the outside, coming on to get the lead. Sunflower Leashire in front. They're all behind the gate. They're off and trotting. Off stride goes Hasty Peter. Hasty Peter is on a break at the back of the pack. 3 wide into the first turn. RC Eclipse. RC Eclipse on the outside takes command. Raining Storm racing second up on the outside. It's Winning Storm. Gap of some 5 lengths. RC Image Winner racing fourth and way back trailing the field. Back on the trot. It's Hasty Peter. Round the paddock turn the first time, approaching the first quarter-mile marker. Out on top of the field, it's RC Eclipse. RC Eclipse has the lead by a length. They're by the quarter in 30 4/5. Passing the stands for the first time, it's RC Eclipse on the front end, leads it by a length and a half. Raining Storm racing second. Winning Storm moving up towards the inside third, gap of a length and a half. RC Image Winner trotting fourth. Back of the pack, it's Hasty Peter. As they move around the clubhouse turn, RC Eclipse continues to lead by a length and a half in the pocket. It's Raining Storm second. Winning Storm biding its time down on the pylons in third. Gap of 2.5 lengths. RC Image Winner fourth. Halftime goes in 1:03 and 1. Off the turn and down the backstretch, it's RC Eclipse, the one to catch. Leads it by an open length. Raining Storm giving chase second. Winning Storm dropping back third. Down on the inside, it's RC Image Winner with Hasty Peter trailing the field. Heading toward the 3/4-mile marker. RC Eclipse looking strong on the front end, leads it by a length and a half. Raining Storms stays with the leader, racing second, 3/4 on the board in 1:33 and 4. They round the final turn. RC Eclipse has that lead. Here comes Raining Storm up on the outside, a challenge for the lead. Along the inside, Winning Storm trotting third. Down on the inside, it's RC Image Winner fourth. They're at the top of the stretch. We've got a 2-horse race. RC Eclipse on the inside with the lead. Here comes Raining Storm on the outside. Raining Storm on the outside and RC Eclipse. Down on the inside, it's RC Eclipse with the lead. Deep stretch, RC Eclipse in front.
And oddly enough, the simulcast coming from Flamborough was canceled out at Plainridge here this afternoon, so they'll fire up their live racing.
They're all in behind the gate. They're off and trotting off stride goes Questionable Kitty. Questionable Kitty is on a break, also off stride. Nominally goes off stride. Far outside, Doyle's Missy. Doyle's Missy on the outside. Leashire Zephyr down on the inside. Those two battle it out for the early lead. Along the inside, Deb's Dalliance gets away third. Moving up towards the inside, back trotting. Questionable Katie. Off stride, it's Nominally and Dorval's Itty Bitty at the back of the pack. Approaching the first quarter-mile marker. Out on top of the field, Doyle's Missy. Opening quarter goes in 30 3/5. Coming by the stands for the first time, it's Doyle's Missy. Showing the way by a length and a half. Make it 2. Leashire Zephyr racing second. Gap of some 10 lengths. Deb's Dalliance trotting third. 5 lengths back. Questionable Katie racing fourth. Followed by Dorval's Itty Bitty. Way back, trailing the field, it's Nominally. As they move around the clubhouse turn, Doyle's Missy opens up a 3-length lead. Leashire Zephyr racing second. Distant third, it's Deb's Dalliance up on the outside. Questionable Katie fourth. Halftime goes in 1:02 3/5. We've got a half down and half to go. Doyle's Missy strides out to a 6-length lead. Leashire Zephyr racing second. Questionable Katie now third. Down on the inside, Deb's Dalliance racing fourth, followed by Dorval's Itty Bitty. Nominally at the back of the pack, heading toward the 3/4-mile marker. It's all Doyle's Missy. Doyle's Missy pouring it on, opening up by 10. Questionable Kitty on the outside now, second. 3/4 in 1:33 3. They round the final turn. Doyle's Missy, the one to catch. Questionable Katie racing second. Leashire Zephyr down on the inside racing third. They're at the top of the stretch. and they're all chasing Doyle's Missy. Doyle's Missy has been there every step of the way, and they're not going to catch him through the stretch. Doyle's Missy has the lead. The battle for second. Deb's Dalliance moving up on the outside, now second in deep stretch. Doyle's Missy in full command.
Okay, results official. Race number 5 out at Plainridge. As we saw, the 6 Doyle's Missy win it by a whole bunch, and Greg batted for Thomas Karlstrom, and again sent off as the betting choice 1-9. Picks up the easy cash here in the 5th event, 220, 240, and 210. Second, number 3, Deb's Dalliance and Rule Goodblood Jr. And third, number 5, Questionable Katie and J.C. Smith, 210.
They're off and pacing off stride Mike Katara. Mike Katara has gone off stride. From the center of the racetrack, Sapphire Skipper up on the outside to get the lead. Sapphire Skipper draws clear by a length. Marilyn Starbuck racing second. Doyle Sweet Pea down on the inside third. Gap of 4 lengths. Rumble Ready racing fourth. Along the inside, it's Miss Elvine way back, trailing the field. Back on the pace, Mike Katara. Around the first turn. Out on top of the field, Sapphire Skipper. It's Sapphire Skipper who has the lead by a length. They're by the quarter in 29 seconds flat. And as they come by the stands for the first time, Sapphire Skipper is on the front end, leads it by a length and a half. It's Marilyn Starbuck right there racing second. Doyle Sweet Pea saving ground third. Lane back, Rumble Ready is there fourth. Gap of 2.5 lengths. Miss Alpine way back trailing the field. It's Mike Katara. Around the clubhouse turn, Sapphire Skipper continues to lead by an open length. It's Marilyn Starbuck tucked in behind the leader second. Doyle Sweet Pea a close-up third. Halftime goes in 1:01 and 1/5. Off the turn and down the backstretch, it's Sapphire Skipper showing the way by a full length. Marilyn Starbuck racing second. Doyle Sweet Pea third. Up on the outside, here comes Rumble Ready from fourth. Rumble Ready moving up on the outside, heading toward the 3/4 mile marker. Sapphire Skipper has that lead by a length and a half. It's Marilyn Starbuck right there racing second. Along the inside, Doyle Sweet Pea, Rumble Ready on the outside, 3/4 in 131 flat. They round the final turn. Sapphire Skipper has been there every step of the way. Marilyn Starbuck taking her shot up the outside. They're at the top of the stretch. They've got 1/8 of a mile to go. Down on the inside, Sapphire Skipper leading the way. Marilyn Starbuck coming on and coming out on the outside. They drive for the wire. But it's Sapphire Skipper opening up in deep stretch. Sapphire Skipper in front. Time for the mile, 1:59 and 3/5.
We'll send you back out to Massachusetts, and we'll take a look at the winner of race number 6. It was the 5 Sapphire Skipper, Charles Connor Jr. in the bike for Barry Farkas. And Sapphire Skipper, the 5, returns 1160, 280, and 240. All this good stuff brought to you courtesy of the best director in the business, Ryan Zopp. Second, number 2, Marilyn Starbuck. And third, 3, Miss Alvine and Wendell Blake. We see the superfecta there of 52.34, $532.80.
They're off and pacing from the inside. Midnight Prancer tries for the lead. There goes Finley Chief moving up. Up on the outside, it's Double Team away third. Valley down on the inside fourth. Gap of 2 lengths. Toys R Us Kid drops in a 5th. Some 3 lanes back. Along the inside, it's Christopher. Tony's Dreamboat trails the field. Around the paddock turn the first time. Finley Chief takes command. It's Finley Chief on top by a length. Along the inside, Midnight Prancer back to second as they pace by the opening quarter in 29 and 1/5. And as they come by the stands for the first time, Finley Chief shows the way by a full length. It's Midnight Prancer racing second. Double Team moving up towards the inside third. Gap of a length. Rally is there fourth. Length and a half back. Toys R Us Kid, followed by Christopher. Tony's Dreamboat trails the field as they move around the clubhouse turn. Still Finley Chief in command of length. Midnight Prancer in the pocket racing second. Double Team racing third. Up on the outside, it's Valley from fourth. Halftime goes in 1:01 and 2. Off the turn and down the backstretch, Finley Chief maintains a length lead. It's Midnight Prancer racing second. Double Team on the outside pacing third. Valley picks up cover fourth. Up on the outside, here comes Toys R Us Kid, followed by Christopher. Tony's Dreamboat trails the field. It's heading toward that 3/4 mile marker. Finley Chief has that lead by a length, 3 wide on the move. There goes Toys R Us Kid with a rush. Toys R Us Kid moving up on the outside, 3 wide. 3/4 in 1:31 and 2. They round the final turn. Finley Chief in command by a length and a half. Up on the outside, Toys R Us Kid now second. Midnight Prancer down on the inside third. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. Finley Chief on the inside leading the way. Here comes Toys R Us Kid on the outside. They drive for the wire. Toys R Us Kid on the outside and Finley Chief, Toys R Us Kid and Finley Chief, Toys R Us Kid zooming by.
Posted 7, 6, and the 2 for show, and that was Midnight Prancer. Number 7, that was Toys R Us Kid with David Pinckney Jr. for Ronald McDonald, returning 260, 340, and a 260. Second, number 6, Finley Chief and Ralph Anderson. Third to 2, Midnight Prancer, and that was a tight photo for show, and Michael Eden, $4.20.
All behind the gate. They're off and pacing from the inside. Brain Trust tries for the lead. There goes Wonder Boy up on the outside. Center of the racetrack. Ringside Joe G away third. Down on the inside, Liftoff gets away fourth. Praisable settles in fifth, a length back. Floricon followed by If Looks Could Kill. And the early trailer in the field, it's Money in Motion. Around the paddock turn the first time. Wonder Boy 3/4 of a length. Here comes Ringside Joe G moving up on the outside. A challenge for the lead. Opening quarter goes in 28 and 4/5. Coming by the stands for the first time. Ringside Joe G takes command. Opens up a length and a half lead. Wonder Boy back to second. Brain Trust is there racing third, followed by Liftoff fourth. Praisable saving ground fifth. Along the inside, Florican from the back of the pack. Here comes Money in Motion. Now trailing the field, If Looks Could Kill. Around the clubhouse turn, Ringside Joe G on the front end, leads it by a length and a half. It's Wonder Boy right there racing second. Down on the inside, Brain Trust third. Halftime goes in 57 and 1. Off the turn and down the backstretch. Ringside Joe G by a length. It's Wonder Boy second. Brain Trust third. Liftoff begins to move on the outside fourth. Up on the outside, Praisable racing fifth. They round the fourth turn. Ringside Joe G maintains a length lead. It's Wonder Boy on the outside second. Getting up on the outside 3 wide. Here comes Liftoff. 3/4 on the board in 1:26 and 4. They round the final turn. Ringside Joe G has that lead. Wonder Boy right alongside. Liftoff joins them on the outside 3 wide. 3 of them across the track. Ringside Joe G, Wonder Boy, 3-1 on the outside. Liftoff. They're in the stretch and Liftoff on the outside coming on to get the lead. It's Liftoff now with the lead. Here comes Praisable on the outside. It's Praisable on the outside and Liftoff, Praisable. It's going to be Praisable coming on.
And here's your winner in race number 8 out at Plainridge here this afternoon. It was number 3, Praisable, 23, 940 and $4. Second, number 2, Liftoff and Robert Tisbert. 8 on the outside, Money in Motion in the shadows there, and Charlie Connor, 220.
They're all behind the gate. They're off and trotting off stride. Lady Surprise. From the inside, Idle River Annuity tries for the lead. Moving up on the far outside, it's Salt's Legacy and Salt of the Earth. Along the inside, Joey's Magic. Gap of a length and a half, Just Do It Darlin'. Penny Dorval on the outside, gap of some 4 lengths. Along the inside, it's Another Blazer, way back trailing the field, back on the trot, Lady Surprise. Around the paddock turn the first time, Idle River Annuity has the lead by a length and a half. Salt of the Earth settles in second. They're by the quarter in 29 and 4. Coming by the stands for the first time, it's Idle River Annuity on top of the field by a length. Salt of the Earth racing second. 3 wide, Benny Dorval. From between horses, Salt's Legacy. Down on the inside, Joey's Magic. Gap of a length and a half. Just Do It Darlin'. Some 4 lengths back to Another Blazer. Lady Surprise trails the field. As they move around the clubhouse turn, it's still Idle River Annuity. Rolling along on the front end, leads it by an open length. Salt of the Earth racing second. Benny Dorval on the outside, now third and going up. Halftime goes in 101 and 1. Field of Trotters move on to the backstretch, and Idle River Annuity opens up a 2-length lead. Benny Dorval on the outside. Second off stride goes Joey's Magic. Joey's Magic on a break. Salt of the Earth trotting third. Just Do It Darlin' moving up along the inside fourth. A gap of 2 lengths to Alt's Legacy fifth. They round the far turn, and it's all Idle River Annuity by 2.5. Benny Dorval giving chase second. 3/4 on the board in 1. 31-3. They round the final turn. Idle River Annuity, the one to catch. Benny Dorval racing second. Here comes Just Do It Darlin' on the outside, now third. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. It's Idle River Annuity. On the inside with the lead, Just Do It Darlin' gaining ground on the outside. They're in the stretch. Just Do It Darlin' closing ground on the outside. Idle River Annuity. Just Do It Darlin' and Idle River Annuity. In deep stretch, Idle River Annuity in front.
First, number 1 is the champion, the winner, Idle River Annuity, with Paul Maggin driving and training. And picking up the score, 680, 420, 360. Second, number 3, Just Do It Darlin' and Joe Terrian. And third, number 4, Benny Dorval and Michael Geraud. $10.20 to show.
They're all behind the gate. They're off in pacing, and it's Charles Connor Jr. wasting no time with Teamtress, who is sent right out for the lead. Teamtress takes command. Draws clear by 1.5 lengths as they move into the first turn. It's Teamtress on top 1.5 lengths. Girls All Dance 2 racing second, gap of 2 lengths. Along the inside, Breezy with Bold Hussey, the early trailer in the field of 4. Around the first turn, approaching the first quarter-mile marker, Teamtress out on top of the field by 1.5 lengths. Girls All Dance 2 racing second as they pace by the opening quarter in 29 3/5. And as they come by the stands for the first time, it's Teamtress. 3-year-old pacing filly by Team Hanover. Has the lead by a full length. Girls All Dance 2 right there racing second. Gap of 1.5 lengths. Breezy third with Bold Hussey trailing the field in fourth. As they move around the clubhouse turn, it's still Teamtress. Rolling along on the front end. She leads it by a full length. Girls All Dance 2 tucked in behind the leader racing second. Breezy third. Halftime goes in 1 minute 4/5. We've got a half down and half to go, and Teamtress continues to lead. Girls All Dance 2 stays with the leader second. Breezy third. And trailing the field, it's Bold Hussey. They leave the 5/8, head toward the 3/4 mile marker. Teamtress has been there every step of the way. Begins to open up by 2, 2.5. Girls All Dance 2 giving chase second. They round the far turn. Teamtress has the lead. Girls All Dance 2 racing second. 3/4 on the board in 1:29 4. They round the final turn, and it's all Teamtress opening up by 3. Girls All Dance 2 second. Breezy a distant third. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. And it's all Teamtress opening up by 4 through the stretch. Teamtress has the lead. Girls All Dance 2 on the outside. Through the stretch in hand, it's Teamtress. On the outside, Girls All Dance 2 in deep stretch. Teamtress in front and drawing away.
2 and third, number 3, Breezy and Don Gadet Jr. Down the wire they come. This one not even close. 2, 1, and 3. 3 way far behind. As a matter of fact, the 4 even farther, snapped off the beer line. Plainridge as well. We have the officials coming in right now for the 10th and final event. Number 2 was the winner, and that was Teamtress with Charles Connor Jr. in the bike for Ross Krogan as Teamtress returns $2.10. And that's it. Number 1, Girls All Dance 2. Second, 3, Breezy. But it doesn't matter as far as win, place, and show because no place and show. 2-1 exacta, $3. 2-1-3 trifecta, $3 as well. Be kind of switch.